So, with no further ado, you're fighting on who gets to go first or who has to go first. I'm not quite sure which one it is.
Oh, just drag one in here.
Oh my God, it feels so weird being here by myself.
You want to be microphone?
Oh. Okay, I'm Ann Sutton with Benny Hill Design, and my fabric line is called Kindred Spirits. And my blog is in the aqua and off-white colorway. See that? And then I have another version I did in that colorway. Same block, just different colorways and with the pieces turned around a little bit different. So we're going to put it up on the wall for you. And then when you come by the booth, you're going to be able to pick up the pattern for some of these. So come see us all. Oh, the flying geese are for the birds. Here.
So I'm Pat Sloan, and my fabric line right now for Moda is called the Sweet Life that you can buy and have in your stores. I hope all of you have it in the store now. It's there. When I was doing these blocks, I wanted to do them in 3 variations. So here's one. And did you ever watch that YouTube video called The Evolution of Dance? Did you ever see that one? I would dance for you, but it's like you really don't want that. But that was what was running through my mind when I did the block in 3 different ways. So that is my little block. And also I have to tell you that I really don't do little. And so I thought it would be more fun to do these with a charm pack. So I did the same block, 4 of them, nice and big size, because I like big blocks. And I, of course, did not read the directions correctly for the flying geese. So those will have to be made when I go home. I want the flying geese. One block up. One block up. Oh, I have to put it up myself. This is hard work. You have to do it yourself? Okay.
Hi, I'm Sandy Gervais. I'm with Pieces for My Heart. And my line of fabric this time around is called Prince Charming, P-R-I-N-T-S, a play on the words Prince Charming. And I have the pinwheel block. And there's 2 colorways. And then I made it so it just floats, so just the pinwheel floats. And I kind of didn't read the instructions very well on the flying geese, so I kind of messed that up. But we also, in my group, will have the pattern, and if you want a button, there are patterns with buttons. If you don't want a button, you can just pick up a pattern. And we have some other goodies in the booth too, and I am selling all my quilt samples again this year. I'm not going to deliver them until a month from now because we didn't have time to photograph them before market. So, see you in my booth, 2526. Hi, I'm Barbara Groves with Me and My Sister Designs, and this is my first market without my sister. Aww. So, if you see me, be kind. But, we actually have 2 kind of market groups. My first one is called Heidi Ho, and probably most of you have already seen that in your store. Our new market group that we're debuting is called Dot Dot Dash, and it's all dots and stripes. So it's really good mixtures. We've got a lot of white with multicolored dots and fun things that you're going to be able to use in your store for multiple purposes. This is our block, and we did it in pink. Well, actually, Mary did it in pink. That was her first choice. And you can see it's the same block, but you can see how different it looks where you put the fabrics. This is our 3rd one. And all of us didn't get the memo on the flying geese, and you'll see that none of us follow instructions very well, and everybody has a different version of the flying geese.
Actually, I'm going to complete. Those are the directions we gave you. We just changed the directions.
All right. And this is our pattern. You can pick it up in the booth, and we also are doing the button exchange. So come by and get your button. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Christensen of B&Co, and we have 2 fabric lines that, well, one that's already debuted that is the Simply Colorful, the red, orange, and yellow, and for this market we're showing off the green, blue, and purple. So my block is this one right here, and I apparently didn't read instructions, and I just made 3 of them but with different colors. It would have been really nice to do different placement, but I didn't do that, so oh well. And my flying geese I totally messed up on, but I totally had a scissor by my hand, and so I undid mine. We have our 2 fabric lines go with our with ours. Mine. There's no ours. I don't know who. I think my children aren't helping me. I don't even know if my husband knows I'm making books. I have 6 books, each focusing on a color, and so clearly the first line was the red, orange, and yellow, and this one is the green, blue, and purple. And please come and see me at the Moda designer walk. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kathy Schmetz, and my fabric line is called Sturbridge, and it was inspired by a trip I took to Sturbridge last year. So I took got a lot of inspiration from the wallpapers and stuff there. And my pattern was the churn dash. My fabric is just blacks and tans and creams, so it's hard to kind of make this look different, but I tried as best I can. And then on the last one, I thought, well, I'll just add a red crackle to add a little punch, because the red goes really nicely with the blacks and the tans. And then I have no idea. I thought I did it right. Like, come by, okay. And pick up a little button if you want, and the pattern.
Hello, Lisa Von Jean. Sure, when I start come up good enough. Lisa Von Jean, Primitive Gatherings, and I also have a new fabric line called Miniature Gatherings, and we snuck a little pre-market fabric line out there, Miniature Gatherings backgrounds, so we actually snuck some of those in the block then too. So here are my blocks with the 2 fabric lines, one scrappy, one red, white, and blue, 2 colors. I think mine's a T block. And then, the directions, I don't know. I have to admit I did not sew these. One of my girls did for me because I've been sewing mini quilts like crazy. So I also have a book coming out with 12 or so miniature quilts in the, there's probably going to be more. Sometimes I add a little wool to them, and they're all, I have the Minneapolis quilt show. Did you get that? Minneapolis? I had that brainstorm one day. I'm like, I text Lisa, I'm like, guess what I just thought of? Where are we going? Instead of making mini quilts. So come see me. I have buttons to give out. Thanks.
I'm Sandy Klopp with American Jane, and my line of fabric this time is called Lorraine, as in Alsace-Lorraine. It's the eastern northern section of France, and I love everything about France. So I love this line of fabric. The colors are just so delicious and rich. I had so much fun making these blocks. I made them twice. I thought I did it wrong because I saw the blocks double, so I did it again. I decided we do not read patterns, we write them.
Hi, I'm Jane Kinwell, and my fabric range is Garden Vale, and it was released last market, but I'm really pleased to say that it's been reprinted, so it's going to be continued at this market as well. I clearly read the instructions in Australian. That's all I've got to say. Come past my booth and I'll give you the instructions for the real one.
Hello, my name is Cora Yoder, and I have my first line with Moda showing. It's called Prairie, and I have patterns, a new pattern line to go along with called Coriander Quilts. So I hope you guys come and check that out. I've got little blocks to share with you. I started with a little scrappy block here. So the first one is just a little scrappy number. And then I did one that kind of focused, took the littler pieces and made them into larger shapes. And then I completely changed things up and did this little guy, which was kind of fun. It's completely different than the others. And then, of course, the flying geese. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brenda Riddle, and I'm from Brenda Riddle Designs and/or Acorn Quilting Gift Company. It's kind of toss-up. My new line is called Windermere, and if you remember my previous line, my first line with Moda was Ambleside. Well, Ambleside actually resides on Windermere, Lake Windermere in the Lake District in England, so you'll see that kind of reflected in the colors this time. My first one, this is the block that I had, and I picked it out so that I could do a little fussy cutting, and if you know, teaching people how to do fussy cutting is really fun, and this is the classic block as it sits. But because, you know, we're kind of infamous for not following directions. And actually what Lisa may not have known is that she gave me a block that I actually used in a pattern called Planting Seeds that United Notions had. And so part of mine was flip the little flying geese and then it makes a star. And so that was fun way, the same exact block, just flipping one part of it around. And then here's the same exact block, but then just pick the colors in each corner. So same exact design, just picking a solid for the middle instead. And then one of the things that was really well accepted with Ambleside, thank you very much, was kind of the cobblestone gray color that I have. So I did my flying geese with that. But thanks, come see us. I have the patterns for these in my booth.
Hi. My name's Deb Spring, and my collection I'm showing is Forest Fancy. Some of you may know that I paint, and I can sew, but, you know, paint all the time, so sewing is not there. But I did my own, woohoo! And Lisa probably gave me the easiest block, which I'm really thankful for. But I started with this one, and then, you know, I get it, ladies. I know why you got this. And then I kept going. And I had to see what it looked like this, and like this. I get it. And then she said, flying geese. Oh my gosh. Christ. And I did it. So come see Forest Fancy, and then my new child's line is called Hugaboo, and it features some really sweet quotes and things like that for children's wear. But I did it, ladies.
Hello, my name's Janet Clare, and I'm here with my new line called Nocturne. And my dad's an amateur astronomer, and it's a winter hobby, and we spent a lot of time when we were visiting my parents in the back garden in the cold, looking up, trying to find the moon and Saturn and Jupiter, and failing miserably often. And we all come in with a creak in our neck, freezing cold. So this is inspired Nocturne, which is a love story to the night. I've got my indigo colours, grey and a really pretty blue. I made my blocks, and then I made my flying geese. I followed instructions perfectly, Lisa. Thank you very much. So I've got the instructions in my book. Thank you.
I have actually 3 different lines out in the spring, and one of it is called paper, and the sibling is called ink. Paper is for a low volume collection in white modern background essentials, and pink is the sibling which is just inverted and on a dark background. So my first block is made from paper and ink. And the other line I give out is a very colorful and feminine line, and it's called For You, because I really created it for my American friends. So I was not very much in the pink, but now I like it. And you see the low volume backgrounds pitch very well with the colorful line. Here's the third version, only with the blues, the grays and the whites. And this is my flying geese block.
Tall people. Hi, I'm short people. I'm Jan Paddock, and my line is called Hawthorne Ridge. Hawthorne is the state flower of Missouri, which is one of the best states in the Union. Anyway, we were supposed to do a block, and I got an applique block because Lisa Alexander is beautiful. There's circles, so I decided to do a 9 patch. And then I did a set of rows like that. And then, of course, I had to do a flag block. And I didn't applique the star. I got a button. And then here are my flying geese. And come see us in Designers Info.
scare me. Farmhouse is my collection. I'm Joanna from Fig Tree, and one of my favorite things to do with blocks is when you change the value or the scale, not the scale, but the value of the prints, how one block can look completely different depending on where you put the lights and the darks.
She gets the directions.
Yay! I never get the directions. And then here's a different one where I put the dark behind the 4 little mini squares. So same exact block, but depending on where you put the fabric, the values, it completely changes it. So I have no idea. Which one should I put in there? The middle one?
We're Minnick and Simpson, and our new line is polka dots and paisley. And Lori made the blocks. Because I don't sew.
We have zigzag blocks, and pretty dramatic, very simple little pattern, and also difference in values, lights, darks, and our blankies block. Thank you. Come by and get your pattern for your zigzag block in the middle.
And a button.
And a button at the moment.
If the other people didn't notice, there's 2 little dots on the pattern you could put your buttons on. Oh. I got it, because Lisa told me.
Can't lead them all to water.
She tries. She really tries.
Even with written instructions, it's difficult. I'm Lynn with Kansas Troubles, and after being with Moda for 15 years now, I finally did a collection based on my favorite Kansas flower, which is sunflowers. So the collection is called Sunflower Song. Come check it out. Here's some little tiny pieces. This is smaller than my normal wheelhouse. Light and dark, dark on light, solid, 2 colors. And then a flying geese block.
I'm one of the new kids with Moda, and I'm so excited to be here. I barely know my name at this time of day, and I do not know the name of my block, but this is my block. My line is called Eliza's Indigo, and there's an indigo version. And then the flying geese.
Hello, my name is Beth. I'm Miss Missouri. There's an email snafu. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but I do have a block in my booth. I'm Beth from 1W2. We do stationery and we paint pretty things, so we have a lot of pretty colors. Yeah, I'm brand new and I'm really excited to be here, and I have something really exciting to give away in my booth, so you should really come over. A cool basket or something, so come and say hi. And I do have a block pattern that has one of these things.
So instead, we just have her pin up her pretty fabrics up there.
Yeah.
So
I'm
just gonna put that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Gertson of Lella Boutique, and I'm here showing my second line with Moda. It's called Gooseberry, and so there's that. And this is the block that I was assigned. For the first one, instead of using 1 jelly roll strip, I just mixed 2. And then for the second one, I did the inverse of the pattern in just one of the prints. And then for the third, I sort of played around, and instead of using background fabric here, I used one of the prints, and it gave it kind of this kissing arrow sort of shape. And so obviously playing around with color can make this block look totally different. And I have my flying geese as well. And if you come over to my booth, I have a pin as well, and it's Social Butterfly Club. So it kind of goes with one of my quilts, Social Butterfly. So I hope to see you over at the booth. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sherry McConnell. This is my daughter, Chelsea Stratton, and this is our first fabric line, Bright Sun. We're super excited to be here. We got our fabric about 2 weeks ago, and it's been a whirlwind of fun. This was our block pattern, and I wanted to show off a few different of the fabrics. And then we've had this thing going on, she likes pink and I like blue, so I had to do a pink block to keep her pacified.
But we also did a blue one.
We also did a blue one, yeah. And then we have our flying geese. We had them sewn together and had to hurry up and take them apart, I guess. But we're excited to be here. We also have buttons, pins in our booth, and we have 4 different colorways to choose from. So thank you.
I'm Allison with Basic Gray, and I'm last. So I always grew up knowing last the best of all the game. So I am excited to introduce to you today our line called Mon Ami. And it's kind of reminds you of the French countryside. And we've got a lot of, for those of you who are Basic Gray fans with the grunge, it has 5 grunges with it. And here's our other block we made. So it's rich hues combined with beautiful tones of reds, greens, yellows, grays, and blues. And your products will flourish with stamp-inspired patterns with the cute, there's fabric that has, we couldn't get it all in these little blocks, but we have a cityscape that's really cute. Florals, circles, you can see the circles on this one right here. The circles, and that comes in a few colors. Bicycles, raindrops, and as I mentioned, the grunges. So come by the Moda booth and you can see all our stuff made up with this. Thank you.
Okay, so part of the reason why we had everybody make 3 blocks is if you're going to run kind of a block, we're really going to run this as a block of the week. We're going to start posting the blocks on the customer workstation in, I believe, mid-October or so you could go and download those and put them on Facebook and just drive traffic all throughout that season. But if you made 1 of each of the 30 blocks, it would be a certain size. If you made 2 of each of the 30 blocks, as you can see, it kind of continue to go on and on. So I know you love this lovely presentation here, but we've actually, this will all make sense now, the flying geese, the blocks, etc., etc. We have a couple of versions of the quilt. This particular one uses Kate Spain's collection and the new collection One Canoe 2. So you would sell your customers 2 sets of jelly rolls in the beginning of the whole process, and then they would get to download each of the patterns each week for a whole series. So this is if they were just using 1 of each of the particular blocks.
With 1 background.
With
1 background, the navy blue.
Oh yeah, and this has a navy blue background. Thank you. Allison Dale's actually who made this quilt, so that's even better. And then this one is 3 sisters and laundry basket combined together. But gives you, again, it's all about the color. You know, there's nothing unusual about the quilt blocks. There's traditional 6-inch blocks, but it's playing with the placement and the value and the lights and the dark. So that's really, it always is the customer's hardest thing is color. And to help them build up the color confidence, and you can kind of see and study the value. So I know you didn't get very many good pictures of that, trying to get 27 designers in 30 minutes. They all had to talk fast. So please go by the booth, ask to take pictures and see all 3 of those versions of that, and you can take it back and use it as a value lesson in your stores. So again, there's 30 blocks. I think we have 27 designers here as far as going around and collecting each one of these particular blocks. And all the information's on the customer workstation, so those of you, hopefully, that you know how to get to that secure side of our website. If not, feel free to ask myself, Tammy, your sales rep. But there's all kinds of things for you to download on that part.